Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be ranking every single chapter in my opinion, because I have been wanting to do this for quite a while and this felt like the most appropriate time to do it. Since this is the end of Piggy, this is the best time I can think of doing this. I've always thought of doing a tier list or whatever it is, but this time it's not going to be a tier list. I am planning on making a tier list video though, so yeah, you stay tuned for that. So without any further ado, there's gonna be there might be controversial ones because all this is my opinions and I'm free to do whatever I want because that's what world is. So if you guys any opinions, leave it down in the comments. Maybe I would have ranked some few higher than you think. Maybe I'm just too biased, who knows, but I'm gonna be trying to be as less biased as I can so that this is more fair than just what I like. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Before anything, please consider subscribing because my channel is seriously dying. So please just check that subscribe button if you can, because it barely takes any time. So yeah, let's get right into this video. I would like to mention that I'm not going to be including any distorted memory chapters because they're all just remakes of a particular chapter. For example, the heist is a remake of Ali's. Distorted memory from the book one is a remake of House, and whatever one with Zizzy, Distraction, is a remake of The Refinery. So I'm not going to be ranking them since it's going to be a lot more unfair for other maps, because if I rate them higher than the original map itself, that's not going to be fair. So just so you know, I'm not going to be ranking any distorted memory, so it's going to be just the 24 canon chapters. If you don't know if the distorted memories are canon or just bad dreams. So without any further ado, at the number 24 spot, we have Gallery. Now, Gallery is a pretty basic map, and I get it that you can't do much to the map itself. But before I start my rating, I'm going to be rating off of three basic things: the style, or how the map is designed, the storyline, and if there are any special features. Like for example, in the Outpost map, there are soldier piggies. Exactly like the camp map, there are soldier piggies. Exactly like that. If there are special features, I am going to be including that as well. If they're a cool feature and it's not an annoying one, sure, that's going to be a feature to get into consideration. So Gallery is the last in this list because of its lack of storyline and its lack of gameplay. The gameplay is very, very compact, which I don't really like because most of the maps in Piggy are compact but also have a lot of action inside of them. If the compact map wasn't as hard as it could be if there's a pro Piggy player, so basically all you have to do is that a black hole trap in the stairs and you're dead. You can't dodge it no matter what, so basically you're OP if you're the Piggy and you know how to play the game. So that's why Gallery comes so low on the list. And coming in at number 23 is Carnival. Now this map is the exact opposite of Gallery, but the thing about this is that it's just way too easy, because this map is either super hard by there being complete server full of noobs and the Piggy is a pro, and it's the completely other way that the Piggy is a bot or just straight up bad at the game and the whole server is pros. You can finish half of the map before the Piggy even spawns. That's a very, very fatal flaw in this map. Now, Minijun did say he's gonna be making this much harder, and that harder means just adding more obstacles, which basically made it 1% harder for the noobs who can't see what is in front of them. And coming in at number 22 is going to be Safe Place. Now, Safe Place is a basically Gallery but much taller. Now there's so much running back and forth and just the whole map is just you climbing stairs. I seriously do not like this map because of two reasons. One being that basically that you have to run around so much just to get a few items. This map could have been easily been better if it wasn't just like this big and kind of having with so many running back and forths. Plus it's a very hard map when you're not as good as anybody. Like if you're a new player and this is the map you want to play, I just tell you no, because this is such a hard map to play. So coming in at number 21 will be the Forest map. This is also a map which is basically like Carnival, Like, it's so open that there's basically just 100% chance of the player to win, unless you're a noob, obviously. Because who will lose in this map, huh? Tell me. This map is the first map to ever have storyline, meaning that's why this is rated in a higher rank in this tier list. The first map to have a storyline, the introduction for Mr. P, was in this chapter. So that's why this map actually gets the position at number 21, right? 21? Wait, yeah, 21. So that's why this map has the position of number 21. Meaning that there is basically no, like, I do not like this map. This is such an open map that survivors can easily win this. So, meaning that this is open map, meaning it's going to be so much more easier for the survivors to win, which is not a fair map, by the way. So that's why I'm rating this low. And coming in at number 20 is going to be Port. I do not like Port. The map itself, it's definitely better than all the previous maps because of a few reasons. The map is completely unique. There has been a few very new stuff. The harpoon, which is new. The lighthouse using battery, a completely new way to escape, that is, which is introduced in chapter 6, by the way, just saying. But the only thing which makes this worse is that there is zero story in this. We get introduced to Budgie, that is pretty much the story, and there's an also common factor that most people on the Roblox community, which is the mobile gang that I'm talking about, it is basically impossible for you to play on mobile. It lags so much, unless you have a good device, that is, but it lags so much, your FPS drops to around 10 when you're playing this map. It is so annoying to beat this map. Me and most of my friends had so much troubles trying to beat this. So yeah, I prefer you not play this map in mobile. But the 20 or the 5 maps, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. The 5 maps which I hate the most has been gone. Now every other map from now is kind of good or kind of bad, or is more than bad, is definitely in my favorites. Like anything after 20 is a good map. So there's gonna be a few flaws which make them rank low on this list. Just make sure I'll tell you that. So on coming in at number 19 is the school map. Now school is a pretty cool map. The introduction to us meeting Mr. P live in front, like, it's a cool thing. The story is good for this map. It's the gameplay which lacks. Now this map has so much running back and forth once you open the last step. You need to go upstairs to get the hammer, you need to go back and get the white key. Like, if you're speedrunning, this is a no-go zone. Like, this map is good, storyline is good, the map is decent, whatever. And sure, you could argue that this map is not as bad as you argue that. It is not that good, like, compared to the other maps in the list. Like, seriously, I would recommend that this map is, if you want to play for story, this is not the map. There's kind of a little bit of story that you faint, you meet Mr. P, you have the infection sign, so whatever. It's whatever. That's why it ranks at number 19. And coming in at number 18 is gonna be kind of controversial, but it's gonna have to be Metro. I know a lot of you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I really like Metro. And keep in mind that everything after the rank number 20 is one of my favorites. So I had no other spot to put Metro in. So Metro, it's a good map. Very good map. Piggy, a very cool skin. The only thing it lacks is map. Like, it's basically a Metro. There's nothing to it. And I would give this a higher rank if there was any special items. Basically, there's keys you need to open up. Now, if you actually saw chapter 6, or not chapter 6, chapter 5, the school map, there were a new item of gears, but the only thing which downfall for the map was the repetitive going back and forth. So that's why it was ranked below this. But Metro, it doesn't have that. But there is nothing new in that chapter. I know a main character, Bunny, died, and now we have to go to the carnival, but that's a sad thing already. But basically, there's nothing much to this map. Like, seriously. That's why this has to go this low. And coming in at number 17 is gonna have to be Boat. I know most people will agree with me in this, but I just want to say that Boat is a very, very good map because of how it is designed. I love how the boat is designed, that you don't really have to go up and down to get a lot of stuff. It's just that if you go up, there's something you need to do up, like access the wrench, find the code, and go back down to finish the map. Now, that's the only thing I like about this map. That's a very cool feature to do, and the code, it's already a really cool thing. But the only thing that put this map all the way down here, it has zero story. You could take away chapter 8 from the book 2 storyline. It'll be perfect, tip-top shape. You have nothing to miss. Basically, you could just add, we got the oil, yeah, super, yeah, woo, we got the oil, now we're dog for it. Basically, you could finish it off like that. The boat is a completely unnecessary chapter, in my opinion. It is just to drag it to the 12 chapter limit. I think that's why boat is even created. I really do not find a purpose for boat in this like entire storyline. Now, coming in at number 16, it is going to be Hospital. Hospital is a very, very cool map. It is possibly the most underrated map in book 1 because barely anyone plays it except for storyline purposes. Because nobody thinks this map is important because they just don't know what is going to happen. They don't see what will happen. This map has good storyline and very, very good map design. Now, the skin here is also really cool, especially after the redesign. But the only thing this is lacking is a bit more storyline because there could be more to this than just what meets the eye. Because there is nothing more than just going to the after waking up from the hospital, going up top, finding that Mr. P has left, leaving a note saying it's for the better good, I need to leave you guys to die. So that's why Metro even took place at the first place. Oh, 2 places in the same place. What? Whatever. I think that this map definitely deserves more popularity because this map is a very cool design. Now, this is the only map in the entire list, apart from Ship, to rank this high just because of the map and not the storyline. So, moving on. Coming in at number 15, I don't think I'm missing anything, so coming in at number 15 is going to have to be House. House is a very basic map. This is kind of spacious and a little compact because there's a few choke points there where you instant die. So I like this map because of its unique design. There's a few unique things at the backyard, first ever time used wrench, no, not wrench, the gears, all of those, and the story is pretty good because actually there's barely any story in this, but all we know is that the map itself is a story because the family left to do something which we do not know at that point, and then Penny was the only person there. So basically meaning that the map itself is its own story, or that's what I like to think about this map. So that's why this map is being ranked here, is also because of the gameplay and a better storyline than the previous ones. Now after number 15, it's gonna be number 14, everyone knows that, but at number 14 it is going to be the mall map. Now, I would tell you something. Mall map would have been in around the 20s to 17th place if it wasn't for the story. This map came all the way here just because of its story. This is the first map to have come all the way in between in the top 15 spot just because of the story. Because this story is very, very important. So I would like to say that I do not like the map of Mall. Even though there's a few new things and it's the first ever map to have an invented skin, I really do not like this map. Like, the features are good, there's a new items there, I really do not care. But, let me tell you something. The only reason here that Mall came here is because of the story. I do not like the map, it's pretty hard, it's pretty dang loud. The Piggy itself, it's so loud. The story, we meet Georgie for the first time. That is the only reason this comes all the way up top, and that is the only reason that the next chapter on the list comes in. And coming in at number 13 is the Outpost Map. Outpost is a very cool map. It is the first map to have more than two, right? Yeah, more than two piggies. Because this map has so many piggies that Zizzy had to take care of them alone. So, yeah. This map also gets higher in the rank because of its storyline and the gameplay. The gameplay with the tank blowing up the thing and the storyline of us meeting cyborg robot Mr. P. I really like this map. This map is super cool and has a lot of storyline. So this also leads to the next position. Number 12 comes the number 12 chapter of book 1, Plant. Now Plant is the first ever map to have a boss battle. So that's why it's all the way up here at number 12. Now it also has the first ever double bot which is constantly chasing you. So it is going to be much harder and the best skin to use no matter what because Mr. P has no music. So it is the most try-hard skin you can ever use if you're try-harding, obviously. But that's pretty much it. The storyline is really cool. The true ending also came in this map. And yeah, that's basically it for this. So yeah. Also, I would like to mention this map wasn't as good as I thought it would be because there's just 2 boxes which is just running around in. So that's the only reason this comes all the way down in this position. So moving on at number 11, my favorite number, is Alleys. Because Alleys is the first ever book 2 chapter and it's a throwback to Gallery story. Now, this is when Gallery actually got to get some attention, so I don't really blame this map. So this map is basically a Alleys where you're hunting down 2 criminals, where you and Officer Doggy are hunting down criminals. Now this map came here because of story and map, so anything after this point is because both the things of the map are good. So yeah, there's nothing really much to say about Alleys except it's a good map and it has good storyline and the first ever puzzle came in this map. So yeah, moving on, top 10 favorite chapters. Let's get right into it. Now, anything after this are my top favorite chapters. So, without any further ado, let's get right into the top 10. And coming in at number 10 is going to be Docks. Number 10 goes to Docks because this map has one of the coolest storylines because we meet Tigray and we share a lot of information because we know that Rash is now completely infected because Rash is Tigray's friend, assuming to our predictions. Now, this map also gets number 10 because of the gameplay, because of the first ever Piggy which can teleport. Insolence Marcus, that is, he's not infected but he's Insolence. He can teleport around the map, so which makes it so much harder for you to beat the map. If you're in range of teleportation kill, he will do it. So be careful while you're playing the map, and yes. Coming in at number 9 is going to be Factory Map because of its unique style and it is one of the best storyline maps. And Beastleak went ham on this one because he's Beastleak and Beastleak does so many good jobs with the team. So Beastleak, epic music and epic background music for Willow and the Double Trouble gang here, like the 2 piggies which hunt you down. But this time it's much harder than book 1 chapter 12 because Mr. P has a weird chasing bot thingamajig coding whatever, but this one Willow just straight up goes for you if you just come into his eyes. So coming in at number 8, it is going to be Refinery. Refinery is a very cool map. This is the first ever map that you don't have to solve. This is an infiltration mission. This is one of the coolest maps and it broke Piggy. Like, it was breaking record. No, I'm kidding. It was such a cool map that most of the people were talking about this on YouTube. But after that 1 month break until chapter 4 released, like, it was so bad. But whatever. We're not here to complain. We're here to rank maps because that's what I am forced to do. What? No. But coming in at number 7 is going to be the Store map. Store is a brilliant map. This map is one of my favorites. This map is so cool. It has such a long storyline, but it is worth it because this map is comparatively easy and kind of hard at the same time. This is a very neutral map, very balanced, epic storyline. That's the end of the story. Come on. Coming in at number 6 is going to be Camp. Now this map is more on the player side. No, not the player, the Piggy side, because this map is relatively easier to be as Piggy than being the player, because it's much harder because of this the secondary soldier Piggies, which actually track you and are not affected by camo again, which makes it super annoying. But the reason this map is ranked so high is because this map was also collabed by Dexter Plays to animate the Willow versus Tyke fight. So that makes it so much cooler than what it should be. So this map gets a higher rank because of the story and the new feature of a cannon and a tightrope. You are Jumanjiing this crap this time. But next up at number 5, we're going to be having the map Temple. This is the top 5, by the way, and these are my top favorites, like the top favorites. Temple is an excellent map. This is the last map made by IKEA before she quit, so yeah, that's a sad thing. But this map, oh my god, was this the best map when it released. I loved this map. The tomahawk, like the obby looking thing, whatever that is. The puzzle, Robbie being helpful, like whatever. Spydella, do I even need to get started? That skin is creepy and will haunt your nightmares. I really kinda in the iffy side of the skin. I really do not like the skin that much, but a lot of people like the skin. But I'm like, it's okay. It's alright. Would prefer not to wear it, but yeah. Temple is a god tier map. Now, coming in at number 4 is gonna be Lab, Chapter 12 of Book 2. Boy, oh boy, this map, heck of a legendary map. I would just say this is a legendary map. The story, oh my gosh, true ending. That's the story. That is what I mean by story for both Chapter 12 maps, okay? The story, the real story, oh my god, that's what you're watching in the back. Okay, actually, yeah, that's what you're watching in the background. The boss fight, so many things. It was absolutely brilliant. But hey, it was the map which ruins it. It would have been number 1 if it wasn't for the map. Guess what the map is? A giant box with a ground floor instead of a top floor. Exactly like Mall and Carnival. But it has a ground floor instead of a top floor, making it so much easier for the players to win. But the story is what carried it to top 4. Now, for the top 3, the favorites of them all. You probably would have guessed it, but at number 3, we have Station. You didn't expect that one, did you? Station is a beautiful map. The acid water, the new, like, the gas can, you fill up the fill up the car, run away with doggy. This map is absolutely top favorite for me. This is the most fair map you can ever get to. Like, this map is totally, like, balanced for both the teams. The acid water for the Piggy and the capacity and the space for you to run around and distract the Piggy, and the more time for you to escape. Like, seriously, this map is one of my favorites. The design is epic, totally perfect for a station, unless you count station having acid water or whatever. But yeah, coming in at number 2 is going to be Chapter 9, The City. Not only is this one of the first maps I've played, this was my favorite map for a long time. I have talked about this sometimes in a few streams. I've talked about it. Like, I used to stream, by the way. Yeah, just so you know. But again, for a few technical difficulties happened and I wasn't able to stream again. So yeah, this was an absolutely epic chapter. I loved it. It was so good. Like, seriously, the story, you meeting the shadow form of Georgie, like, hiding behind a dumpster. Oh my gosh, the story is epic. The map is epic. It's also fair to both sides. Like, even though the map is basically just Carnival, like, there's a giant box. Like, it's just 2 boxes, right? but it's the buildings which make it much easier. It is the buildings. You run into a building, you're dead. Because you need to make sure that you run into buildings at the perfect. This is such a good map, I can't even explain. But at number 1, you probably would have guessed it. It is a book 2 map, just saying. So spoilers ahead. So yeah. Number 1, the moment you've been waiting for the entire video, sewers. What a brilliant map. This map is the freakiest map when it released. It had one of the scariest skins if you're playing on high graphics, that is. Like, seriously, this map shivers. I shiver at night whenever I play this map. And the storyline, Z and Zuzi escaping you out of a prison, Giraffe getting shot, the storyline, you and Willow having a boss battle leading to chapter 6, which has one of the best music, by the way. Like, it's chapter 6. And Alfie, the first ever bot to have not just AI tracking, like tracking straight at you. Instead of that, it has actually running around the map, and then like if it sees you, it runs after you. That is a very, very game-changing feature for this entire game. But that is my rankings for every chapter in book 1 and 2 for Piggy. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is a relatively long video. It's actually a really long video, like if you actually see most of my videos, that is. But thank you all so much for watching. Like, seriously, it's been such a cool journey with Piggy in the 2 years I've been doing content on it. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you like my opinions and theories, and like the content I post in general. Just make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Like, subscribing is free and you can always change your mind. And join Discord server if you want to follow announcements. I'm posting a lot of announcements recently, so that don't miss it out, because there's a lot of content updates coming up. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!